I said, most of the other things is the working man, the kind of said early days 2014. This man today, it took me and him at least about 3 or 5 minutes before he can believe that what he was listening to Radio Biafra today, he said he started hearing it since yesterday, or he said some few days. I said, Mazi Nnamdi is still in DSS. He's not yet out. He said he hearing his voice in Radio Biafra now. I said, yeah, that was what he said before. He said it all. But what are we going to do now to get out? We need to plan our way out. We need to bring a strategy that we can make our defense of the enemy of our friend, our enemy, or the enemies of our friend, can make them friends to achieve what we want. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. Oh, hey, Biafra, sign off from here.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much for your contribution. Our DOS is capable. They are carrying out whatever needs to carry out. And I am sure they heard you. I am sure they are listening. And I am sure they are doing the needful. I have total confidence in them. Absolute confidence in them. Our leader put them in place for a reason. And I believe our leader. I have absolute confidence in our leader, and the same confidence I extend to them. And through what the caller said, if you pay attention to our leader's broadcast, you'd understand that all of those things happening right now, he has preached about it. And but notwithstanding, he spoke about consistency, the place of consistency, so that we will not be distracted by little information or little gossip that is flying around. You know, that is the purpose of consistency. And Onyendu made sure that we got the message. And I am glad that there are a lot of people who are consistent. A lot of people, actually, IPOB members, genuine members who came here because they want a home where they can serve Chukwu Okike Abiama in peace without the craziness, without the way, just to go back to the ways of our ancestors that made them live as long as they did and made them prosperous, which is the way of Chukwu Okike Abiama, you know. So we do understand, and that is why we have remained consistent. And anybody asking about when I actually got this message, this conversation, I think that was last year, from somebody. He asked me, somebody who is actually one of us, and let me tell you this story. Someday I will take time and talk about it, but as a concluding message, let me just drop this right here. So I met this person, someone that I know. And as we were talking, this lady is actually a professional here, a nurse here. She was complaining about how she is tired of living here or living overseas, that she just wants to go home. You understand? So while we were having that conversation, I said to her, yes, and this is what we are working on. This is what IPOB is gallantly working on. Then the next day, I was having a conversation with her husband. These are Biafrans. And the question her husband asked me was, when is Biafra coming? I just looked at him and I was disappointed. How do you ask such a question? As if this is not a struggle. As if the people that you are fighting are just there looking at you and say, okay, yes, you know, doing nothing. This is a struggle. You are struggling and they are struggling. It is when the time comes. It happens. You must understand the place of consistency, that it does not matter how far they push you, you must remain resolute and consistent. Even if we have to fight for 1,000,000 years, we must keep fighting. That is the mindset, and that is how it should be. So I will leave us with this message that we do not have to look left or right, because we are on the right path, and what we are fighting for is what is just. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right there in DSS dungeon, suffering on our behalf, and we will definitely get Biafra. There is no going back. There is nothing that will stop us, because we are unstoppable. As long as we remain resolute, as long as we have decided that this is what we want, we must achieve it. Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans. Thank you very much, lovers of freedom, for tuning in. Once again, my name is Mazi Sochima Mbanali, and I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone, depending on where you are listening to us from. From me, from here, it is good night. And before I log out, I want to once more thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I also want to thank the DOS and our gallant men, the ESN, that are doing amazing jobs, keeping our farmland, keeping our land safe. Good night. And before I log out, I want to once more thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I also want to thank the DOS and our gallant men, the ESN, that are doing amazing jobs, keeping our farmland, keeping our land safe.
My people, listen. I am that I am. I will bless whoever blessed you, and I will curse whoever cursed you. War against the kingdom of darkness that stands against God's people of Biafra. The more you try to stop us on this united movement, the more we unite with more great people, and more real brave people keep multiplying up. Revolutionary blast the Babylonians, for the Biafrans came from Israelite. Tell us how this Ababa came from. Destroy the invention. Make sure you destroy every being that stand as destruction obstruction. Damn the demon incarnate hiding under the umbrella of American and British world power. The blasphemous. Babylonian surprise how we survived the strike of 1967. Bomb bullet the project. It's hardcore Biafran striving for heaven with psychological object. You can't stop the revolutionary strive to meet your life from generation to generation just to fly. But we bring you down with the Biafran necktie. Testify, bonify, 45 Biafran rose with the tools to blow. We've been on perspective point, consuming so many history books. As the years took for us to trace the truth to the roots, they used to roost the home of the brave. Cause we were blinded with white men lies they imposed on our region. We were civilized with the Jewish religion before the white man disease came to Black Gold Kingdom. With their demons they chain our freedom. We took fortitude for all the pains we passed through. The era of slavery to date bondage. General Dumegu Dike Ojukwu, greatest in charge of all time, retired but never get tired of the struggle he took. Prophet Nnamdi Kanu is anointed with the struggle. More nothing to lose. Let the era of IPO be burned till they're all gone to see them no more. Back in the days when I was blind like you, struggling for better days hope. Used to hide from cops to smoke in the cemetery. With my infantry friend dying in conspiracy insurgency. Now time is necessary to pray with my brethren in the territory. For the nation of Biafra must be restored. For our enemies don't deserve the love. For so many scores execute raw. The holy language Ishmael lineage understood is shedding of blood. Soon the angels saw we descend on Babylonia. And the arena of bastard saboteurs trying to be heroes, but they're going down zeros. IPO became with unused skills, broke the code on the globe like virus on control. You don't even know who spoke and poke out your. Indigenous people already say no to ethanol and tobacco. White men blood. Our soul have reconciled with our God for the Biafran exodus. For IPOB don't go for illegal money when their brothers eye closed like those hanging out late night like ghosts with useless hope, with waiting for brown envelope to kiss your brother's souls. Like when the Biafran fighting Cold War, white Britain shipping Biafran black gold. Ohanese indeed, but mine is dynamic, you will never know who love you the most. And that's why many made wrong choice when presenting them roles. We are untouchable, unstoppable, unseparable folks. We must cross to our promised land of blessing and riches. You can die, rest in pieces, you snitches. Saved by the indigenous witches, for we got the key. Time has come that the land soil will reject you all and your dead bodies. We believe on nobody but Tetragrammaton. For this is the end of Islamic Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It's become the throne of demons since the amalgamation. All the families have soldier up on the Papa Green land, on Black Boot and Toos. Don't use skill soldier up ever ready to go. For they've wake up dead people from sleep of no return till we get it done. Like a revenge of America of September 11, when God of Israel had a departed soul petition from heaven. So shall he digest it through the hardcore Biafran squad.
The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. In a good day, calling on the global world. The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. In a good day, calling on the global world.
We suffer multicultural slavery, full ownership to the new world. Britain came in, the game changed, more horrible. Introducing Biafra to ethanol, alcohol, damaged by the system, and tobacco, nicotine causing cancer. Biafra nation was established by Lord Afra, 8500 BC. And Britain came in, destroy our ecosystem king. Lord Lugard for kill our fathers to amalgamate us with Nigeria contraction to be Muslim since 1914. 1929, killing of Aba women riot. For so long they have been killing Biafrans till date. Britain brought MSTs to deceive. All they done for us don't to trace our origin back. They don't give a fuck about our hurt, rather value Biafran world. Don't bomb babies were beheaded, lynched in the street, set ablaze in their homes. Children taken from school and executed with impunity. And guests were taken from their schools to leprosy. And other people with other diseases keep raping them. Beheaded pregnant women were chipped to death, and their unborn babies taken out of their stomach and killed as well. Men and children of all ages were thrown into the well of less bread, steady screaming, crying for help, but the rest of the world act deaf. The Britain and Nigerian government fill up dead to 40 food with heavy stones. Some were forced to eat feces and drink urine with no hope. They bombed civilians in the hospitals, markets, churches, and at their homes. Biafra homeland became a rain of skulls and bones. The ever worst war crime in the whole world after the Jewish Holocaust. Still, the blood wasn't enough for the police warmongers. British sent troops with warplane mortars, grenades, executing innocent blood of Ayakorome in brutal council. Currently 4 weeks Buhari integrated. He used helicopter and napalm bomb Akwa Ibom coast, using AK-47 war guns, shooting Calabar people in the night. All Nigerian armed forces execute IPOB in Aba, in Oiwacha, in Onitsha, main bridge in Ukbo. Abakaliki, Idom land never be exceptional. They rouse and execute many communities in Enugu. 30th May Memorial Day of Fallen Heroes, turn bloody. They broke into the churches with no respect to God. Start arresting, executing people, raping Biafra women, using Boko Haram trained by Saudi Arabia among their 84 terrorist group, and America did nothing at all. So many unforgiven sin till thy kingdom come. We will never forget this till thy kingdom come. For the properties the states giving us 20 pounds after warfare. For the welfare of our world, they ripped in pieces, sending us to open new market in the forest with 20 pounds. Now you call it Alaba International Market. An updated Britain who were past and present against Biafra succeeded. Now fought and gotten India succeed from European Union. American state who support freedom of speech only on the lips to black people. Biafran came looking for freedom. We realized American Britain kingdom are ruled by incarnates of demons. No surprise American give the logic to those behind the scopic who make the mechanic plot execution of skulls of 1967 unique people. I know many won't understand it, like magic from aquatic. Take and listen to one of my speech brethren, or make it so very stop corporate news lying to you and your children. Do you ever thought how Islam came into existence? Do you ever thought how Islam came into the place you were living? Do your memory ever connect to how your grandfather's religion was raised? Execute many black skulls before imposing Islam into African region. Out of fear, many souls were submissive to Islam religion. So many souls Muslim rule. Got people real fool about the referring system Islam religion. Is ever lie told before that Islam is a peaceful religion? This is a paradox they use to cripple talking and to see Africa as a land of monkey to mockery. My papa told me Biafran story, so shall I tell my own kids about the war story. Watching Biafra documentary issue, reminiscing tears as the years took. Ever gone, it's over if you don't believe worship a tetragrammaton. You don't deserve to sleep with Biafra Kakadonis. For the Biafra till we're gone. Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late?
The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. Hey, no good day. Calling on the global world. The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. Hey, no good day. Calling on the global world. Make way for Biafra.
I know I can't speak like you all, but you all understand me well. For the black people hemisphere, you talk in the red, and you sleep comfortable on bed. Soon the reward of death will visit you all from hell. For the petition of people you sent to the grave, half answered by God of the braves. Caught you all of a worry bird memory of imperialism, slaverism, colonialism, religion, terrorism. Ever since the end of Biafran defense war, agreement was made, no victor, no vanquish. Promises was made for Nigerian to build infrastructure and rehabilitation for Biafrans. But when Biafran came for pledge redemption, Nigerian government gone. This picture is never wrong. They don't want us to live on. They thought all the hard cores are dead gone, but they get it wrong. Nnamdi Kanu overthrown the white and black man dragon with 50 million resurrected hardcore Biafrans with machine guns. Testify ready to die even they keep the bullet fly. For we are born, raised in the bomb area, condemned by the Catholic Church. We understood the mystery behind such, but to rather unite IPOB meant much for our souls sold not for gold. For so long constantly searching for knowledge from a distance. Instantly wisdom was there before civilization came into existence. You can reason up the circumstance why Biafran from ages always stand famed for resistance. Through our system of transistence persistence. Even though most of us locked up in the cage like Roman Empire did to us before technology came to mankind knowledge. The Roman Empire under Illuminati one goal, stole God religion and painted it illusional. Made people wallowing in the bloody satanic ocean of fire. So much unwaste damages to date. Nobody give a fuck about protecting my race. So I hold on with AK on the revolution face to bring down the disgrace. For we gone to school to be nobody's slave. They want us to keep living in dark life. Look around, poor healthcare, no welfare, always warfare against us and hemisphere. What unfair, people get disappear, and the mouthpiece of the sea are living in fear. The rest acting deaf ear on our bloody tears. And politicians dress us each time they execute our blood with euphemism speech. They have sunk our organic hemisphere with the human blood and destroy our aquatic species with chemicals entitled with aftermath of getting cancer. And our chieftains and elders are blind, telling us to listen to the saga. Conspiracy going on and laid by the inventories. They infiltrate for us to go for war instantly, with none of the children serving in infantry. Religious war is the reason primarily. African territory has become cemetery for terrorism. We are Muslims executing innocent Christians and Jewish mercilessly. And American power did nothing to Saudi Arabia of sponsoring and supporting 84 terrorist group in the era of 21st century. Only sanctioning Russia for Western power to get easy access to all and beyond former USSR geographical territory under their control watch. But we bring the truth out to our people who are still blind of the search, like during the expository essay of the Holocaust of the Jewish. And if you stand in my way of getting freedom through, my tools will blast you so hard it will get next bastard, beautify next to you trying to screw. And I salute to my loyal black boot, to my Biafran revolution crew, standing with my symbolic flag. We Biafran build America. Now people who doesn't know how the basic foundation of United States of America, they migrated from different parts of universal base, enjoying our labor and our sweat faces. And origin people who build Americans still suffering today. Only option left for us is death. But I promise my Biafran pillars to deliver no shiver till they stop calling us niggas. Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people, it's too bad. Why you really acting like you too late?
The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. Hey, no good day. Calling on the global world. The way they treat us like a stranger in a fatherland. Hey, no good day. Calling on the global world. Make way for Biafra.
Biafra's struggle can never be unrewarded struggle. Remember, after rain, there comes sunshine. I remember for every dark night, there is a bright day after that. So it's afternoon now, but I say good morning to my Biafrans. The sun has risen and shining where there is no illusion. Letter to my Biafrans, the best African revolution ever strategized.